What you're about to see is an AI agent taking control of my browser and doing two actions. The first of which is, or two tasks I should say, the first of which is sending an email via Gmail. So it's only given the task to send an email to myself, a different email address, asking about like how my holidays went. So you can see it popped open the compose. That went a little bit fast. Popped open the compose, it created the subject line, and it created the email. The text in here is broken. I have an email signature, and it's not very good at formatting these things, but I think I could not necessarily prompt it out, but at least remove my email signature or move it so that there's a little bit of white space when it enters the cursor for the first time. That's what's happening there. But overall, it will very easily send the email. So that's the first task. The second task is it's a little bit more complicated. So it's asking to look up Danny's LinkedIn and comment on one of his posts. So the way that it's going about doing this is probably not the way that you would go about doing it. It's pretty circuitous. You can see all these the flashing of the screen. That is actually it taking screenshots every so often so that it knows what to do next. The scrolling is an action it can take, forward, backwards, going to a new URL. And it finally found the comment box and it will submit the comment. So it's not perfect, but this is much better in my opinion than the current state of AI agents where everybody is basically creating all these tools for the agent to be able to interact with. And what you end up with after doing that is you end up handwriting a bunch of tools for it to do a specific thing. And then it's not really like an agent anymore. It's not taking autonomous action through some kind of like, I don't know, arbitrary world, right? A browser, giving it access to and being able to control and manipulate a browser is a very interesting proposition for an agent because it makes it so that anything you can do in a web browser, logging into stuff, putting stuff in HubSpot, etc., would be fair game for this agent to be able to accomplish. Whereas in other agents that I've built where it's really tool-based, what you end up with is more like a Zapier flow, and it ends up being more robust for sure, for 100% more robust at the moment. But you end up building like, again, basically a Zapier flow. Like it's really not an agent that's like out there autonomous and like can take action on your behalf. It's really constrained by the tools that you give it access to, in which case you set up or you have to spend a bunch of time setting up all these configurations and whatnot. So it's an early experiment. It's not perfect, but it's able to accomplish these two tasks reasonably well.